Hello, and here comes the house update. Right now they've been doing work on the outer facade, and they've done a little hole up there for a little circular window that we've got from Denmark. So they've just been doing the outer walls, and I don't think you guys have seen they've made the holes for the windows. Det blev jättefint ju. Är du nöjd? Är du nöjd? Det blev jättefint. So this is the finished facade here. Oh. And now they've been working on this side too. And they've done the inside walls with some boots. Okay. And they put in the electricity, these little things. Ja, det är det verkligen. Du har en liten kallnus. Hej Squeeps! Ja, här ska du bo länge. Ja, här ska du bo länge. Det är så roligt om man kollar på Mål så han bara går runt och utforskar. Han bara blup 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 blup, sniff sniff sniff. Cold.
That sneeze is a little angry thing. Yes.
Cold and late in the day. Gonna grill some flinter steak for dinner. Hey kitty patoots. Hey kitty patoots.
Shrimp feast.
Green egg så känns det som en måste ha en stor. Hello, it's now Saturday around 11 o'clock. I'm just at the house and I'm leaving my little mini greenhouse because I don't have anywhere to have it until we've moved on properly here. So it has to live here unfortunately. until they can have a permanent home in this garden. So just think, 2 years ago when we got this place, I cleared all of this green. There was no green here, it was just these gorgeous cobblestones, and it's all grown over again. So I've got that to look forward to when we fix this garden one day. Now I'm just off with the dogs to a little garden show in the countryside. So that's exciting. My little Saturday plans. I've already been up and had a shower, tidied the house, had a little Les Mills body pump workout. So I'm pumped and ready to go to the garden show. Oh my god, there's really lots of people at the show. Look at all these cars. Look at a whole big audience listening to somebody doing a talk. Very exciting. Got the dogs in the eye, slightly regret it. I think it will be a real pain in the arse to have these little dogs. They're getting really excited back there in the back seat. So many cars, bloody hell, look at all these people.
Så här förändrar kök.
Är du nöjd? Gå in du.
Oj, förlåt. Är det en kö eller? Förlåt, jag var helt omedveten om kön. Now Sunday, I'm trying to have a dog walk, but there's so many other people here and people are really stuck up in Sweden about having dogs on the lead. Screen. Nice squeaks. Are you ready for a little house update? Here we go. Wow. So they finished pretty much with the outside plastering. We made the holes for the windows. They've mainly been working on the plastering this week, just finishing the outside. And then next week they're going to start on insulating inside the roof. Wow. It's looking, it's really taking shape. Amazing. And on this side they've just been doing, we want to have a little accent at the bottom here, so that it's not all flat along the way, except that it has a little accent at the bottom. So that's what they're doing there. Yes. And a nice big kitchen window there. That's how it looks now. Plastering on the inside as well. I haven't done any extra plastering since we last checked. So next week it's installation of the insulation in the roof and taking down the beams here and setting in new beams and stuff like that. Now I'm going to set up the compost in the same spot where I had compost before, which is in the corner over there. So it's right out of the way and nobody thinks about it over there. So that's where I'm going to set it up. Okay, so I just finished setting up my little Mully 360. I'm very happy with it, but I think that I'll have to get one more so that I can have one that's just composting and then another one that I fill up, because I can imagine I will fill this one up quite quickly. So this will be a food compost mainly, so all of my food and bokashi waste will go in here. It's not 100% tight, but it was cheap, so I'll have to be happy with what I got. And it's insulated as well. So that's my little compost. And then over here is the remains of the other compost that I don't know if you remember, but it's become really lovely earth. So I'm actually really happy with how that turned out. But ideally this would have gone, this kind of compost would have gone a little bit in a warm compost first, and then maybe mixed in with other compost. But yeah, so I think I'm going to have a mully there and then maybe one more mully or a different model there, so that I can just fill up that one, let it rest and become proper compost, because unfortunately the problem with this model that I don't really like so much is that there's no opening cassette at the bottom. I thought when I bought it on the pictures, I thought that this was where you could open it at the bottom to take out the compost that was ready, but you actually need to remove a whole panel, which when I set it together, it's not the easiest construction. It could be worse, but yeah, it's not ideal. So that's my compost. I'm very happy to finally have it, because I've been avoiding using compost and doing my bokashi because it's just been full and I haven't had anywhere to put it. But now I can empty my bokashi into that warm compost and mix it with other kinds of compost, because I fill up the bokashi quite quickly. So yeah, that's my little composting plans. That'd be nice to have some compost ready for when we finally move in and are fixing the garden and everything, planting and sowing seeds and everything, so that'll be fun. That will be fun. At the garden show yesterday, by the way, I never did an update on how it was. It was really, really fun. There was loads of people and loads of really fun stalls and lots of gardening stalls, lots of plants, and then lots of places that had different tips and the books and people that were really advanced and knew all their stuff, so you could ask for tips and stuff. But 99% for outdoor planting. And seeing as the garden here isn't anywhere near being ready for planting anything, I didn't buy anything. I just bought one little pamphlet about how to look after magnolias, because I know that I really want to plant a magnolia one day. We haven't decided where, but I would quite like to have a magnolia. I was thinking now this week, I was thinking that it'd be nice to just have it right in the middle here, so that I could see it from the little house and the big house just right in the courtyard back here. And I think it would do really nicely there. But Graham was thinking maybe it will be in the way because we want to use this area quite a lot for maybe barbecuing and grilling and stuff. So he thought maybe we should put it up here on the hill a little bit, but it depends whether we get the land or what's going to happen. So we'll have to see where the magnolia is going to be, but right now I'm pretty decided that I'd like to have one there. Some kind of tree would be really nice to have there. Yeah. Otherwise I haven't thought so much about what I want to have in the garden. I know that I want to have a lot of wildflowers and a little bit of grass, because we have the cobblestones on the other side. So it's nice to have somewhere where you can just lie and relax on some nice grass. And then we're thinking that we would like to have a hen house in this corner of the garden. Somewhere here. That's that little driveway up there. So I think where I put the compost today, I think that's a good place because it's shadowed. It's not in the way. You can't really see it. I can always plant some bushes around so it doesn't stick out that much. Yeah. Okay, so just a little update on what I've been doing with my afternoon. So after my walk I came home and I just relaxed for a little bit. And then I went over to Grimm's parents' house and just lay in this beautiful sunshiny weather, which you guys can see here. Ah, what a day. So I just lay and sunbathed in the sun with the dogs. I didn't have my camera so I missed filming it, but it was really just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weather. So I just sat in the sun for about 2 or 3 hours and looked at lots of different things. I looked at lots of different things to sew for the baby, and what else? Just caught up on sending people messages, and I don't know, just had a nice time just relaxing and catching up on things and looking at stuff. Molly's escaped. Molly! Molly darling, come! Oh, that's the Molly that doesn't listen. Come on then, Boozy! And then I've just been doing a little bit of cooking, so I'll just show you that quickly. Just preparing for dinner and stuff. Molly, come! Molly! Molly! Come! Come! Come, Pussy. Update you on the plants. Okay, so here are the courgettes or zucchinis, whatever you want. Look at how they've grown. I've had to support them with a little stick. So they're coming along nicely. I've just brought them in. They were outside all day. They've been outside all day yesterday as well, so they're just getting ready for being planted outside. And then back here we have the chilies, which are also starting to need some support. And then behind Molson's we have all of the tomatoes, which are also needing some support now. So everything's growing really nicely, very exciting. Yeah. And then cooking wise, so my favourite and Grim's favourite sauce is called the Sweet Boy Soy. But we ran out yesterday and I haven't been into town to do shopping, so I thought I'd try making my own. So I found a recipe which I followed, and I've tasted this one and I think it tastes amazing. So I'm really happy with it. But unfortunately, so the recipe called for just soy sauce, but I only had half of the amount of soy sauce that was needed. So I supplemented it with Worcester sauce, because I read somewhere that you could supplement Worcester sauce with soy sauce. So I very skeptically made this sauce thinking it wasn't going to turn out well, but it actually worked really well. And it tastes really, really good, and it tastes really umami and really like Asian. So there's some cloves and some star anise and Worcester sauce, some brown sugar, molasses and ginger and garlic, and that's it. So I've made my own Sweet Boy Soy, which is my favourite sauce. So we're going to have that on our dinner tonight, which is cabbage with some rice noodles. I made it last night, but I added way too much white pepper, so it was really tasty, and white pepper most of all. So I'm going to make a fresh batch of it today. Hopefully it will taste a lot better. It's actually one of mine and Graham's favourite dishes, this cabbage and rice noodle dish. It's really delicious and really simple and easy. And then I'll show you quickly here. Here is my sourdough starter that I started yesterday. It hasn't risen anything today. I don't know if it's meant to rise on the first day, but I'm going to feed it, so you take out a particular amount of this mixture and then you add in some new flour every day. So that's what I'm going to do later today. You have to do it at the same time each day, so I'm going to do that tonight because I made this tonight. But I'm also going to do another batch just in case this one has failed. I won't know if it's failed until 7 days, because it's a 7-day process. This is the recipe book that I'm following. And then I'm just sterilising a jar in here to make the sourdough. So this is my beloved Instant Pot, and it has a sterilise function. So you just fill the Instant Pot with a little bit of water, and then you put in the jar or anything that you want to sterilise, and then you click sterilise, and it sterilises it for you. So that's very handy. Yeah. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go upstairs and have a look at some different patterns and materials, relax a little bit, and later on I'll make dinner finished. So I haven't filmed that much this weekend, but I have done incredibly lots of stuff, incredibly lots of housework, so that's not so fun to film. But yeah, so that was my weekend. I hope you enjoyed watching my little short weekend. But yeah, see you next time.